More areas in the Niger Delta are witnessing large-scale developments as NNPC Limited intensifies efforts to bridge the gap within host communities and foster peaceful coexistence in the region. This comes amid cheers for a $3.3 billion gas agreement that was reached with Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company Limited. It is expected to benefit the people of Brass Island in southern Bayelsa. Hello and welcome to the program. This is Energy and You, a show that brings you developments in the energy sector with a focus on NNPC Limited. I'm Egusa Igumbo. Also on the show, we'll update you with NNPC's latest gains in the fight against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism, plus a look at the operations of NNPC Retail Limited. We'll bring you all the details in a moment. Please join us again. NNPC Limited is intensifying its efforts to foster lasting peace and economic prosperity in the Niger Delta through collaborative engagement with local communities. During a recent dialogue in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, Group Chief Executive Officer Malam Melekiari emphasized the significance of sustained communication with traditional leaders, ex-agitators, and youth leaders.
This initiative aligns with the third phase amnesty program and aims to address local issues and rebuild trust across the region. The group CEO of NNPC Limited, Mr. Melekiari, who was represented at the event by Mr. Sani Kabo, Head Business Services, NNPC Upstream Investment Management Services, NIMS, highlighted the commitment of NNPC Limited to a robust and sustained engagement. A noteworthy aspect of this commitment is the implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021, which mandates that 3% of NNPC Limited's operational expenditures be allocated to community development projects. This funding approach is designed to ensure that development initiatives align with the community's priorities, focusing on skills acquisition, empowerment, and sustainable livelihoods. Kiari's vision underscores the company's dedication to transforming the Niger Delta into a beacon of unity and progress rooted in mutual respect and cooperative efforts. NNPC Limited is poised to be a key partner in driving meaningful change and economic opportunities in the region.
We are the largest single asset holder in Africa's oil and gas industry and poised to be the dynamic global energy company of choice. We are constantly innovating to be the prime company for energy sufficiency. We are NNPC Limited. Energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
The federal government, through NNPC Limited, has signed a $3.3 billion agreement to begin sale of gas to Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company Limited for the methanol manufacturing project. The gas sales and purchase agreement was signed with Shell, Total Energies and Ajip in Abuja.
The signing ceremony on the agreement to begin sales of gas to the Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company Limited (GSPA) drew representatives from the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, NNPC Limited, and the IOCs, Shell, Total Energies and Ajip. Speaking at the event held at the headquarters of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Gas, Right Honorable Ekperipe Ekpo, said the signing represented a significant milestone in ongoing efforts to monetize Nigeria's vast gas reserves, indicating that the agreement is a significant milestone in efforts to utilize the abundant natural gas resources in Nigeria for rapid industrialization and economic growth.
While this signing ceremony is a significant milestone in the development of $3.3 billion Brass Fertilizer project, it is one more step in the journey to making the project a reality. And I urge all parties to continue in the same steadfastness that has enabled us to surmount all previous hurdles.
NNPC's Executive Vice President Upstream, Orishemeyiwa Eyeson, said the agreement will progress one of the vital boxes to achieve a 10,000-ton methanol plant in Nigeria, where NNPC Limited and its partners, the IOCs here, are expected to deliver an estimated 270 million standard cubic feet of gas daily to the project located on Brass Island in southern Bayelsa State.
I must commend Mr. President, who has also provided the enabling environment for us to even go ahead to do this signing. The executive orders, especially the executive order on NAC, is an enabler to assuring that we will develop the NAG resources that we have towards this project. So we must commend Mr. President for his continued support, his responsiveness to the industry, and his unflinching support to making the decade of gas for us a reality.
With the successful deal signed for the $3.3 billion Nigerian methanol plant now in place after a period of 9 years, it is projected that the plant will contribute around $600 million annually to Nigeria's GDP, with a broader economic impact of up to $2 billion per year, owing to the growth it will spur in related industries.
We'll take a moment here, but there'll be plenty more when we return. Please stay with us. You're still watching Energy and You. Now, the war on crude oil theft continues to gain momentum, with NNPC Limited and its partners recording more gains with the discoveries of illegal mercenaries around the production field. Take a look.
In a bold crackdown on crude oil theft, an illegal connection was discovered and shut down by Joint Task Force at Ijo, Rivers State. Drone footage reveals an illegal pipeline connected to a major crude oil line, buried underground, leading to a compound that appears to operate as a shipping company. Crude oil is visibly stored in pits and packed in sacks ready for transport to undisclosed locations. Similar discoveries were made at Bile, Umwajiloke community in Rivers State, Ipu South and Umwahala in Abia State. All illegal connections were safely removed and repairs were promptly made to restore the integrity of the pipelines. The war on crude oil theft is on, and the industry-wide security collaboration on hydrocarbon infrastructure continues to record remarkable progress. Between the 5th and 11th of October 2024, a total of 200 incidents were recorded across the Niger Delta region. These incidents were detected and reported by NNPC Limited's Command and Control Centers, Tantita Security Agency, Shell Petroleum Development Company, Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, Maton Engineering Nigeria Limited, Oando PLC, and government security agencies. In one of the most striking discoveries, drone footage captured security forces dismantling an illegal refining site at Obiaku River State, where significant environmental damage and loss of revenue were evident. Swift action prevented further harm. Other illegal refineries at Konsho, Okoloma, Bile, Asa, and North-South Group, all in Rivers State, were also dismantled, averting more environmental degradation. Storage sites used for crude oil theft were uncovered and destroyed by security forces in Bile River State, as well as in Igbomoturu and Ogbia, Bayelsa State. On land, vehicles carrying stolen crude oil were intercepted at Ahuada, Ebocha, and Omoku in Rivers State, Emeshoe in Delta State, and Aba in Akwa Ibom State. On water, a tugboat at Okrika 6 in Rivers State, laden with stolen automotive gas oil, also known as AGO, was intercepted and confiscated. Additionally, wooden boats transporting stolen crude were seized in Bile, North-South Group, and Omuku in Rivers State, Ipu South in Abia, and Ibomotoru in Bayelsa State. The incident spread across various corridors: 102 in the Central Corridor, 50 in the Eastern Corridor, 3 in the Western Corridor, and 45 in Deep Blue Water. In total, 43 suspects were arrested during this period, all of whom have been handed over to government security agencies for further investigation. For NNPC Limited, there is no backing down in the war against crude oil theft until the menace is eradicated for good.
To report crude oil theft or suspicious activities within your area, call the numbers on your screen now, or send an email to report@stopcrudetheft.com. Handsome rewards await the whistleblower. Do your part. Report oil theft today.
For non-players in the energy industry, the terms upstream, midstream, and downstream businesses can be confusing and difficult to differentiate. While upstream in the oil and gas sector involves exploration, development, and production of crude oil and natural gas, amongst others, the midstream is on transporting, storing, and processing of these petroleum products and more. While downstream, on the other hand, refers to the entire process and operations, including refining, marketing and distribution of crude or petroleum products down to the point of sale, also known as retail activities. Today we discuss the sale of refined products, that is the retail end of the business chain. Director of Operations, NNPC Retail Limited, Babashetima Kukawa, takes us through the operations of NNPC Retail as a brand to be reckoned with in the Nigerian downstream sector, the premium services and operations at NNPC Retail, which attest to the constant patronage of the retail outlets all over Nigeria, as seen daily with the inflow of consumers, all of which aligns with NNPC Limited's goals of securing Nigeria's energy future.
With over 900 retail outlets in the country, NNPC Retail Limited has positioned itself to be a consumer's first point of call due to its wide outreach and constant availability of products. Mr. Babashetima Kukawa, Director Operations, NNPC Retail Limited, shares with us the mandate of NNPC Retail as well as the current trends in the Nigerian downstream sector, which the company keyed into in shaping its general operations for premium service delivery to Nigerians.
NNPC Retail is the last mile aspect of NNPC Limited. It is expected to deliver the products and also support the energy security mandate of NNPC Limited as enshrined by the PIE. NNPC Retail is expected to ensure availability of product across all its stations and also not just that, also service other aspects of the energy needs of the industries, aviation, and also lubricants, and all area of products that we're supposed to deliver at our forecourt. So our mandate is to profitably operate the business like any other venture, and also support the mandate of NNPC Limited in aspect of energy security. The key thing today that is shaping the industry is the regulation, and also the coming up of the local refining capacities in the country. So that will clearly also bring in competition into the industry, and competition is good for the consumer. At the end of the day, every player will ensure that there is efficient sourcing of the product in the first place, and then that product that has been sourced should be efficiently distributed across the network.
NNPC Retail is strategic to the NNPC's overall desire to meet the energy needs of the people through availability of petroleum products at its outlets. The ceaseless inflow of customers and consumers alike is a show of its top-notch services, ranging from quality assurance to reliability of products, convenience, and widespread. He speaks more on expansion initiatives and supply chain management.
We are positioning ourselves for CNG. Today we have 6 active sites in Abuja. It's supposed to be 10 before the end of the year. We're also delivering 10 sites before the end of the year into Lagos. And by next year, we're also delivering large number of stations to cover all parts of Nigeria. We're definitely positioned to be leaders in CNG in Nigeria. So we're well positioned for that, and with the support of our parent company, we're positioned to do that. Also, other things that are also consumer behavior. Consumers are price conscious. Consumers are also very conscious of the kind of quality of service you give to them at the forecourt. So we're very aware of that. We're doing a lot of things to ensure that our frontline personnel, the people you see at the stations, are well trained. We have developed a robust framework for that.
As NNPC Retail successfully achieved customer trust for its brand, its continued innovation and expansion initiatives is changing the narrative in the downstream sector through the leverage on innovation and technology for its sustainability strategies. Partnership also plays a key role for the brand.
Our stations are automated. Our forecourt is automated. We're rolling out that plan. We also are partnering with NIPET to also do that with other partners. So what it means is that remotely you can actually see each nozzle at our stations. You can actually see the tanks in the stations. You can do a lot of things. Or that if we could even change prices on automations. So we're really doing a lot on automation, and specifically with RTI, we've been involved with them. We've done robotics for some of our reports, and currently we're also working on a very key tool for us. All the forecourt automations we've done, we're trying to also develop a tool that will check 2 critical things for us. One, ensure that products are not diverted from our stations, and also products that are not ours are also not dumped into our stations. So we're actually we're doing data cleansing and testing for that tool has been developed, and hopefully before the end of the month we should be able to roll out on that. We also have about 2 other proposals that once this is done, we will also take it up with them. We've keyed into RTI. We have a very direct and cordial relationship with them, and we're seeing that because innovation is the only thing that will make us different from the other customers.
Aside the supply of premium motor spirits (PMS), the business unit has other quality products for Nigerians, just as customer satisfaction is critical for the business. Mr. Kukawa tells us more on these products, customer feedback, and what his company is doing to ensure staff deliver on premium services.
We are also leading today in aviation fuel, ATK. We're not just providing the local airlines, we're providing a whole lot of international airlines today. So we're also in that field. Lubricant, we're strongly in that field with our own plants and all that, so we're also doing very well. We're coming up with CNG. LPG also, it's also available. We're also looking at the non-fuel revenue aspects of the business, which we're also trying to sweat, because all our assets across the country, we're trying to put in partnership with our partners. We put in quick service restaurants, lube bays, car wash, mini marts. All these are things that we're currently having conversations around to making sure that we optimize them. We've actually conducted a brand audit that has given us insight into the entire country, how we're doing and how customers feel and perceive us. And we've seen the gaps. Kano, for instance, is a place that we've already identified as a white point on our map, and we're addressing that. In fact, I just came back from Kano, and those are the things that we do. And all other parts of the country that are critical, that we're not doing well, we're also trying to cover that. We did the Customer Appreciation Week, where we gave out, I think, 5,000 to 10,000 naira fuel to thousands of customers during that period. We did the International Women's Day campaign, where we gave out gifts to women. In fact, we've seen a significant increase in women coming into our focus for that. Doing our Oleum promo, which is coming up very soon, and that is expected for our customers that are using the product to also give back gifts and a lot of rewards to them. So actually, within the past 2 years, under the leadership of Mr. Hoop Stockman, NNPC Retail has actually transformed into not just a company that's selling fuel, but also a full-fledged marketing company.
Looking into the future of the downstream sector in Nigeria, the Director Operations shares some future plans of NNPC Retail Limited to further incorporate sustainability and expansion of its services.
Service delivery is the key to us. We're gradually moving to a very customer-centric company, to making sure that whatever we do revolves around our customers. We are also introducing products and services that are also enable customers to do business with us. We have the Fuel app, which we're relaunching very soon. We're trying to make sure that for our B2B and B2C customers, we try to make sure that technology becomes a very good interface for us, and making sure that transacting business with us becomes much, much easier and very efficient. So thereby driving value and also making sure that people come back to the stations for repeat business.
Without a doubt, NNPC Retail Limited is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that it continues to stay top in the downstream business sector. Just as the company promises a sustained top-notch service to Nigerians through quality products, customer satisfaction, and wider outreach. All of this aimed at achieving NNPC Limited's set goals of attaining energy sufficiency for Nigerians.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
We'll take a moment here to top global news around the energy sector. Oil prices fell at the start of the week, erasing nearly all the gains made last week after China's inflation rate declined and the lack of clarity on the country's economic stimulus plans raised fears about fuel demand in the world's biggest crude importer. Brent crude futures fell by as much as $1.35 to sell at $77.69 per barrel. The negative news from China outweighed market concerns over the lingering possibility an Israeli response to Iran's October 1 missile attack could disrupt oil production, though the U.S. has cautioned Israel against targeting Iranian energy infrastructure. India needs to explore a production-linked incentive scheme to improve its renewable energy transmission capacity. That's according to the Power Secretary, Panjak Agarwal. He said there's need to think about localizing supply chain for transmission equipment, adding that 1,650 gigawatts of global renewable energy capacity is waiting to be connected to the grid. India has rolled out multiple schemes for manufacturing to reduce dependency on global supply chains and to spur domestic production. India's coal-fired power output fell for a second straight month in September on an annual basis due to slower growth in electricity usage as solar power generation picks up pace. In a nation where fuel is the lifeblood of daily activities, finding a reliable source is crucial. With over 900 retail outlets nationwide, NNPC Limited has established itself as a leading provider of petroleum products. But what exactly draws people to these stations? We went to the streets to explore why consumers across Nigeria are flocking to NNPC Limited retail stations for their petroleum needs. Take a look.
I can't go to another police station. Some stations they go write 95, but it will be 120 inside they know. The meter is not good. It's better than others. That's why we are coming. If you see the line, sometimes from Uye after bridge.
Recently, I bought fuel from, I don't want to mention the name of the filling station, and my catalyst got destroyed. And then it occurred to me that, okay, I had gotten very bad fuel. So I think this happened like maybe 3-4 months ago. And like I said, I do your job. So I did 1 or 2 questioning like this. And I discovered that, okay, probably NNPC has one of the best fuel. And it was a loss for me because I know how much I spent fixing my catalysts. It would have been better for me to just come and stay on the queue, because really standing on this queue is not funny. But I think I'd rather stay on the queue to buy from NNPC.
Their fuel are actually, they last longer, and they are also cheaper in price. Yes. I guess that's why you see so much queue in the NNPC filling station.
Why I prefer NNPC is the cheaper filling station among others.
Now, from quality assurance to reliability and convenience to community involvement, it's clear that NNPC Limited retail stations have earned their spot as a preferred choice among consumers. The retail stations have become a trusted choice for many Nigerians as they continue to innovate and expand. One thing is clear: they're fueling more than just vehicles. They're fueling trust and community pride. And that's our wrap on Energy and You this week. Thank you for joining us. If you missed any part of the show or previous episodes, you can catch up by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Remember, you can get updates of other events of NNPC Limited through the social media handles showing on your screen. From all of us here, thanks for watching. I'm Egosan Negombo. See you again next time.